Hi, TikTok. Hi, welcome back once again. Okay. Yes, we are back once again. Why is everything so close today? Everything feels so close.
Bobby, come.
Maybe I need to bow this a bit.
Bobby, come.
Okay, it's better.
Come here.
Is it better though? Hi, everybody. Welcome, well, hi, Mzomba. Hi, Pesky. Hi, guys. Please tap the screen on Facebook. I don't know what you guys do, but yeah, whatever you do to just make sure that the live is engageable. Can I just bow you guys for a second? Today I don't understand what's happening. Wait, guys. No, I'm not bowing you. I'm this too. Pardon? Help somebody. Yoda wants to pee. Oh, yeah. The chair was so low. Okay, I have fixed the chair. Ngisamkhile ngongthatha ish sengende njani nje. Oh, yeah, thanks. Live.
What's going? What's this?
I'm sending it to my. Hi, critical thing. Hi, everybody. Kindly tap the screen. Kindly tap the screen, my people. There we go. Okay. The chair was low. It was the chair that was low today. Okay, edit to story. This is my craft things. Anyways, don't mind them. Hi, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. We are back again to our Friday. You got this, dearest mommy sessions. It's such a cold Friday today, but then the show must go on, okay? So yeah. I trust you guys are good. I trust you are warm if it's cold where you are, and if it's hot or warm where you are, good for you. Right, okay, so yes, we are back again. Yes, and as usual, I am wearing myself. This is the June edition. My earrings go by edition. This is the June edition. If you're interested in buying yourself a pair or two or more, just WhatsApp the number on your screen and we'll take it from there. I deliver all over the world. Yes, I deliver world wide, so don't worry. Just order yourself a pair or two or more. And if you want to learn how to make these, yes, I also teach the skill. Also WhatsApp the number on your screen. And if you want to buy in bulk and you want to resell them, I sell them at wholesale price for retail so that you can make a profit. Okay, so yes, just feel free to WhatsApp the number on your screen and there's a welcome message and we'll take it from there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And today we are back to our motherhood sessions. You got this, dearest mommy. This session is not just for mothers, it's for everybody who lives in society, everybody who's born of a woman, right? If you have an umbilical cord, these sessions are for you, okay? Because you were born of a woman, you live with women, sisters, mothers, cousins, right? And you will end up, if you are willing to marry, you will end up with a woman. So understanding woman is ideal for everybody, whether you're a man or a woman, right? So these sessions are to mentor the divine feminine vessel, yes, but it's for everybody who is always interacting with the feminine vessel, okay? So these sessions go hand in hand with a diary and a book. Yeah, yes, this diary helps you jot down your emotions. Hi, Pulanala. Oh, at last today you made it on time. Thank you, Majesty. Today you made it on time. I'm just starting off. So yes, I was saying that these sessions go hand in hand with a diary and a book. The diary helps you write down your emotions, whatever you're feeling, whatever you want to just vent out. If you don't want to vent it out to a person, this diary is for you. And I personally understand motherhood motherhood. I know that sometimes you can't even name what you are feeling. You can't even name whatever you want to name. So this diary has some prompts at the back guiding you on what you're feeling. It describes a certain feeling so that you can just copy and paste. And when you have time, then you can then unpack whatever you wrote, right? And then it goes hand in hand with the book, Born into Change. This book is amazing. It's a masterpiece. I'm the author of this book, and I am like, wow, it helped me heal my childhood traumas and the traumas I incurred in my adulthood journey. And this book has no age restriction, no race restriction. Whatever race, whatever age, whatever gender you are, this book is for you. It will mentor you from birth until the end of time. It helps you understand what you're going through, names your emotions on your behalf, and it just helps you cope with life and understand why things are happening, not to you but for you. So it's that kind of book. If you're interested in getting the diary and the book, WhatsApp the number on your screen. Okay, without wasting any time, let's get on it. Okay, today we are talking about building a village, community, and connection. We are on week 24. Okay, so yes, let's just get to it and talk about it, right? So what is a village? What is a village? Because we always say it takes a village to raise a child, but what are we talking about when we are talking about a village? Okay, so a village is a community of supportive networks to lean on as a person, right? If you have a community of support, that is your village. People you can go to, or anybody you know that you can be like, to, right? That's your village. Sorry guys, I can't see. Hi August 10th, how are you, Your Majesty? Right, so that's what a village is. So parenting, truly, when we are speaking the truth. Sorry guys, can I charge my phone? Can I charge my phone? Facebook, can I bow you once again? Lapha ngihlale ngisetapha njani la, because today it's like everything is just a mess. Maybe it's the stand, lesphasi. I don't understand, but it's fine. So yes. Oh, sorry, TikTok. Yes, parenting was never meant to be done alone or as a pair as two people, right? I always say this, that in as much as a mom, you have so much support from your partner. Your partner supports you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and otherwise. Like truly, they're your knight in shining armor. Yes, it's good that the load is shared. However, now we are just having a pair of tired and overwhelmed adults, right? It takes not even 20, not even 30 people to raise a child, but it takes a village. Like it could be even 100 people, right? So it's not a job to be carried forth by one or two people. It's very impossible. So it was never meant to be done alone or as a pair. So a supportive community provides relief, wisdom, and a shared responsibility. Okay, so what does a village look like? Because somebody will be like, okay, I understand that, okay, it's a community that provides support to lean on, blah 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 blah, but what does it look like really? Because right now we're just stating theory, right? Practically, how does it look? How can I support a community, right? So yes, number one, it could be family support, right? Your parents, siblings, right? Grandparents, bokoko, right? Just people in your blood or lineage who respect your boundaries and understand your principles, okay? So that's your family support. That's the first village you may have. Okay, and then the other village is chosen family or peer support, right? Those are your friends, your fellow moms, right? People you trust, right? even if you're not related by blood, right? So these people help you. Thank you, thank you. Sorry guys, today I can't see who is tapping. Thank you, August 10th, right? Don't be afraid to tap the screen, my people, and repost or share the live so that somebody who needs it the most may gain access to it, right? That's how the algorithm works. So yes, as I was saying, that the chosen family could be your friends, fellow moms, right? People you trust, even if they're not related by blood, you don't share a lineage, right? So it's those people. They will help you share child care and give you emotional support, right? And the last one is professional support. Okay, those are teachers. They take your kids and teach them on your behalf, right? Mentors who are going to mentor you in line with motherhood. What is motherhood, right? The anticipated downfalls of motherhood and all that, right? I consider myself a mentor, a mother mentor, okay? Because that's what I do. Healthcare providers, right? Your pediatricians, people who are going to advise you in line with your child's needs and all that, right? Healthcare providers, yes, I'll say, and therapists, right? People who deal with mental and emotional health, right? So it's three groups of villages you may have. It's the family support, people who are related to you by blood and lineage, chosen family or peer support, people who are your chosen family, your friends, your neighbors, just the people you trust in your circle that can help you handle parenthood. And then it could be professional support. Those are your therapists, healthcare providers, the people who may not be your social circle but are there to help you share the load. Okay, so yes. And then now let's go into step by step, right? Step by step, how to build a village. Like camera ya Facebook, guys. I don't know, it looks a bit hazy today. I don't know if maybe it looks it's cold, it's the weather. I don't know, guys. I don't know, Facebook looks odd today, but it's fine, okay? What matters is the information coming out of my mouth, not the perfection of the picture. But if you want perfection, I think TikTok is very excellent. TikTok is excellent, looks nice. Okay, step by step process on how to build a village, right? Number one, these are the steps. Again, everything I talk about here is according to me, right? Don't take my word for it and run with it. Whatever I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. Always carry a sieve when you're receiving information so that whatever you need can go through the sieve and what you don't need remains on the sieve and you can just discard it, okay? Because we are unique. That's why we have different fingerprints. Each and every person on this earth has their own unique fingerprints to show that we are not the same person. We may resonate on some things, but we can never share exactly the same principles. I may like beef meat and also you may like beef meat. However, your favorite drink is coconut water and maybe for me is almond water, right? So it doesn't mean that now we should be clashing. No, it's the beauty in diversity. So what I say is just a foundation. We are running a race. It's a relay. I'm holding the baton and I'm handing it over to you to run your own race, not my race. I've run. Yes, I've run my own race. Now it's your turn to take over the baton and run your own race, okay? So that's how it goes. Don't take my word for it that, oh, Beacon of Light said that these are the steps. Therefore, I will bear the cross she gave unto thee. It's just a foundation. It's just to give you a leeway, a base of what and where you can start from. For example, I can say that I use a petroleum jelly and I show you this Vaseline, right? And maybe you take it for yourself and you're like, nah, I don't like the smell. I don't like the branding, right? Oh, this is not an ad, by the way. I'm just making an example, okay? Maybe be like, I don't like the smell. I don't like the what, right? And then you're like, you read the ingredients. Also, oh, it's just petroleum. Let me go look for halboma, right? Exactly. So that's what we're doing here. So these are my steps according to me, right? So the first one is identify your pressing need. What's the priority? What's the first thing that you feel like, you know what, if I can get this one first, maybe my soul can go, then I can move on to the next. So identify your number one need, your top of the priority need. Don't overwhelm yourself listing everything you need. You can do that, but knowing motherhood, you need to take everything literally one step at a time. If you'd go like, you know what, let me just write a whole list and then start looking for answers for my whole list, most of the time, more than 50% of the time, you will get overwhelmed. So just take the firstest of them all, tackle it, then go to the secondest need, tackle it, go to the third one, etc., 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 right? So for me personally, I'd advise that you do that. For some people, for someone out there, they may be like, you know what, for me, I feel like it's a bit relieving for me to write everything down and tackle everything down at a go, right? We're not literally, guys, you know, we may be the direct opposite. That's the beauty of diversity, right? We can never be the same person. We can never be the same person ever. Somebody may love chocolate cake, somebody may hate it completely. Somebody may love vanilla cake, somebody may hate it completely, right? Somebody may love them both and just look at you guys like, why should I even choose? Because they taste the same. That's how much of a spectrum humanity is. So let's embrace diversity, okay? So if I say that tackle it one by one, just take that with a grain of salt and be like, okay, according to Beacon of Light, she feels like we should take it one by one. However, to me, what I'm getting from what she's saying is that let me just write down a list of things I need, right? So whatever I'm saying, don't take it at face value. Just interpret it your way and do it whatever way what works best for you, okay? I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to indoctrinate or to recruit or to whatever you call it, right? I'm here to provide a guideline, a template, something you can edit, right? That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to give you laws cast in stone, right? No, it's just a template, something you can edit, something you can change completely, right? Make it your own thing, change the colors, modify it to suit your own beliefs and your own principles and your own DNA, okay? Exactly. So yes. Identify your pushing need, right? Do you need emotional support at your priority level? Do you need financial advice? Do you need rest? Do you need companionship at the moment, etc., right? For example, I've noticed, let's take me for example. I've noticed that before I became a mom, right, I wanted more of emotional support, right? If you had given me emotional support more, I would have felt held, right? But now emotional support has become secondary, right? I need financial support more, right? So you see, we always check on yourself to see that, okay, what's my priority list looking like? How are my needs aligned in line with priority? Which one is the first one now? Maybe it has changed, it's become the second one now, maybe, right? So always check in on yourself that, okay, now this is what I need, It's not like you don't need the emotional support anymore. No, it's just that there is now something that has overtook it priority wise, okay? So yes, always identify your pushing need. And then number 2, look around. Okay, who is in your circle that can meet that priority need, right? So most of the time, especially in line with motherhood, you then lose these people you had as your friends or as support, right? Because now they can't relate with you, okay? Maybe, for example, you were the life of the party, right? Now you can't go partying because now you have a soul to take care of, right? And your friends now, they just don't relate. They don't understand that, okay, why would you stay indoors? Why are you punishing yourself? Why don't you just discard this thing, right? So they don't relate because maybe they don't have children of their own, or maybe they're done with motherhood, or maybe they are not interested in motherhood, or maybe that's not what brought you guys together, right, as friends, okay? So now you are going to lose that community. You're going to lose those people you called friends because now they don't relate to your current state. Okay, so most of the time motherhood is extremely isolating. It's truly a lonely journey, right? So sometimes you may look around and see nobody. Okay, you may look around and see literally nobody, right? So when I say that, look around, who's in your circle that can meet your pushing needs? I am just speaking theory because sometimes we look around and see nobody. So when that happens, okay, there are spiritual centers, right, whereby spiritual people meet, your church, your centers, your mosques, your whatever you call it in line with your spirituality. So those are community, in as much as they're spiritual communities, but they have people inside. They are formulated by a group of people. Yes, they're spiritual communities, but made of people, right? So knock on those, depending on which type of spirituality you align with. Knock on the door. However, I have noticed that the Islamic faith takes up anybody, like literally anyone, without imposing their belief system onto you. If you're in need of anything, whether it's shelter or whatnot, they take you in and help you without imposing their beliefs. So just find something, right? You exactly use maybe your clients. If you're in business, yeah, guys, my journey, if I can share my journey, you can be shocked. But then before motherhood, I had a business whereby I was just mentoring people in line with spirituality, right? So I had clients, right? Some paying, some not, because we were called into the journey. Maybe our journeys were aligning, and I was told that, okay, you should help this one free of charge, right? So I had to lose my paying clients because I needed their help somehow. So you cannot need a client you are mentoring and then expect to be the mentor, to continue being the mentor. So I had to sacrifice my financial stability for something else, right? Maybe I needed somebody to take my child to school. Now I'm actually asking my client, can you please take, right? Can you please, right? So asking favors made the relationship a bit unfair, right? I didn't have money to pay the person to take them to school, so now I had to mentor them free of charge. So it then accumulated to an extent that my mentorship couldn't cover for what they were doing for me, right? So I had to just sever the relationship of client service provider relationship, and we just elevated to friendship, right? So she had to find another mentor. Okay, so sometimes you lose certain relationships to gain certain relationships. Okay, so yeah, use those people. Knock literally on every door, right? Protect your sanity, protect your life at all costs, because this thing is extremely taxing, right? So even if it means knocking at Islamic faith center just for your sanity, and you don't believe in fact maybe you dislike that religion, but now you need help because literally it's the only people that can help. Okay, don't be afraid to knock, right? Knock on doors, save your life, save your sanity, right? But then don't then trade your dignity if it's what's the most important thing according to you, right? However, for me, I was like, yo, dignity. Hey, if I die right now, wow, how would dignity help, right? So for me, as I said, that's just my personal approach, right? I never have put some things forth before my life. Let me say it like that. It's my life first, then whatever comes next. Because if I cease living right now, what use will my dignity be, right? And again, please don't take my philosophy as your own. It's just my thing, because I feel like a dignity can be regained, right? If I ask for money from you right now, you might be like, how? Right? And my dignity maybe is shunned, or it's just eliminated just like that. However, I can regain money and maybe do something nice for you and maybe regain again my dignity, right? So things that can be regained, things that can be worked for and re-accomplished, I could never sacrifice my life for that, right? So I truly knocked on doors. I even knocked on weird doors, right? But not to an extent whereby I tarnish my reputation. No, right? Don't do something that will be like, how, right? Don't do something you can never come back from. I made an example of lending money because it's something that you can recover from. But then trading your reproductive organs, right? Especially if in your beliefs or your culture it's shunned upon and it's, you get what I'm saying, right? Then don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do something you can never come back from, right? Do something you can cleanse yourself off, right? And the loaning money example is extremely perfect, because if you thought you were holding me on a pedestal because you thought, wow, she has everything in life, she has it all, and then now I'm coming to you to make a loan, then you're like, oh, where? Right? I've lost whatever dignity I had in line with your perception. But it's something I can regain, right? I can be like, oh, yeah. I had a problem, but then now I'm okay. Right? Come on, guys. You get what I'm saying? Right? Also use NGOs. The NGOs out there ready to help you, ready to receive you, ready to guide you, ready to assist in any way possible. So yes, as I've said, knock on doors, look around and look deeply, right? And then number 3 is start small, okay? Ask for help with one task. E.g., use that person to ask them that, okay, can you please babysit for me just for an hour so I can take a nap, right? Start small with those tiny tasks, right? Can you please help me with this so that I can do this just for 30 minutes? Can you please help me wash the dishes so that I can have time to do this and this and this just for 5 minutes, okay? So yeah, start small. And then number 4, offer reciprocity, right? Villages thrive on give and take, right? And then I'm one person who I was raised believing that money is the only thing that can form a bond, right? If you help me, the only way I can do is just give you money. If you do this, thank you with money, right? So I glorified money. It's been an indoctrination since today. However, I've just recently understood that even giving the person a listening ear when they need one, giving the person moral support, right? You're sharing a meal with the person, whenever you feel strong enough, offer to babysit for that person, right? Those small, unappreciated tasks, right? Just offer. It's the thought that counts, okay? So don't then imagine grand reciprocity, okay? Just do that tiny thing you're able to do as a way of giving back, right? Oh, hey, neighbor, I brought 2 loaves of bread. Don't mind having one? Or here, we can share, have one. Or hey, neighbor, today I had so much stress that I made thin porridge. Come, let's share a bowl, okay? Come, let's just discuss something over a bowl of thin porridge, right? So that's how it feels like. However, I'm still going to get to those people who are extremely crippled, because I've been there. Done that. I didn't even have time to make thin porridge. I didn't even have time to think about my neighbor when doing groceries. Did I even have time to do groceries sanely? So I'm getting to those moms who are extremely crippled by this journey, okay? But if you're not crippled, if you're just a mom, normally feeling overwhelmed and tired because motherhood is overwhelming and tiring, right? You can do that whenever you feel fit to pick yourself up and cook that thin porridge for yourself and your neighbor. Speak to your neighbor, right? So yeah, just do that. Reciprocate in those small ways. I'm getting to those people who are extremely crippled by life, whereby you truly can't even say hi to your neighbor at all because you are extremely crippled emotionally, mentally, physically, and otherwise. I'm still getting to those, okay? And then number 5, set boundaries, right? Accept help without surrendering control of your home. There are some people who come forth to help you out, genuinely so, right? They come forth and be like, don't worry, I will look after your children for an hour, go take a nap. However, in that hour, they've maybe they've turned things around, rearranged things, they spring cleaned whatever they did, right? And now it's disorienting you a bit. So don't be afraid to draw boundaries that, okay, you don't come into my bedroom, right? Yes, you're assisting me financially, but you cannot tell me what to do and what not to do in line with my home. You will not dictate my philosophies and principles. I appreciate what you're doing for me, but this is where we draw the line in line with your help, okay? You don't go over this. This is my sanctuary. This is where it all ends. I got it from here, right? So yes, be able to draw boundaries. Don't lose control over your own home and your own principles, okay? So those are the 5 steps according to me. For you, maybe you can have 10 steps or 20 steps, whatever the case may be, or it may be just 2 steps or even one thing, right? So whatever the case may be, this is just a foundation, it's just a base, it's just a template. Edit it your own way, personalize it to speak to your essence, okay? So then there's a difference then between support and dependence. Some people cannot draw the line that am I asking for support, or am I now leaning or depending? I'm putting my full weight on this person. I'm not shedding the load now. I've just shifted the load totally to the next person. So now let's draw the line between dependency and seeking support, okay? So support, Yoda, I don't know where they went. Okay, yes. Okay, support, right? Support is when, don't worry guys, Yoda is safe. Yoda is safe. I have somebody helping me. Today there is somebody who is helping me. On the other Friday, she was, what do you call it? It's taking off days. Yeah, it's that off. It was her off weekend. That's why it was just me and Yoda. But today she's there, so don't worry that he's not responding and I'm chilled. It's because I know that he's safe with somebody. So relax. Okay, so what's the difference between support and dependence? Okay, number 1, support is shared responsibilities with boundaries. Okay, so you ask the person and there is a time frame and you agree on a certain thing or time frame or a certain written agreement or verbal agreement. Okay, let me make an example. You're asking your neighbor, number 1, to watch over your kid. Number 2, for over an hour. Number 3, right, for an hour or 2 hours while you take a nap. You see, support is when you are asking for help for a time frame or a period of time because you want to do something. You see that there, bam, asking for help, period of time, because you want to do something. However, dependence now, when you are leaning on somebody, you're over relying on a person or group to now take the responsibility away from your hands, right? You are relying on that person to raise your child for you, okay? That person or group, you're relying on them to raise your child for you, okay? For example, you are giving away your child to a relative or a family member and then you just disappear. They will be looking after them for eternity and you're just not in the picture. Maybe you just check up on the child once in a while, but then more than 90% of the time they are with your relative or whoever person you have shipped your child to, right? So maybe financially, emotionally, principles and everything instilled, indoctrinations and all that are by the person you have left your child with. You are just completely absent, right? That is dependency. There is no time frame. Basically, you have handed over your child to them and given them free of charge, right? Sometimes, don't get this wrong. There is a difference between somebody taking over a child because you have to be somewhere. For example, there are these moms who are maybe employed in another district, Okay, so they have to leave the child with the mom, right? As I've said, with support, there is an agreement, right? You had a plan with this person and you agreed, whether a written agreement or a verbal agreement, that okay, can you take care of my child in this manner? I will provide financial support, but then I won't be there 90% of the time because of work. You see the thing, can you do this for this period of time because of that, right? So it is support. Dependence is when you've not even communicated what you need, for how long and why. You just left them with the child and then made a run for it, right? It's basically dumping the child. That is dependency, whereby your parenting duties are headed over to somebody without your involvement, without any reason why, and without any time frame. Okay, so that is dependency. So now let's come, in fact, let's not come there. I have a case study. I forgot about the case study. It was supposed to come before the differentiation between dependency and support. Okay, now let's take this case study as to how you can build a village, because now I'm about to come to the extremely crippled, introverted, extremely shy moms. What can they do, right? First of all, let's start with how you can create. Yoda. Oh, ben yakwethu then. Ben phumile. Oh, sengimangelan ngasho. All right. Sengimemete lapha sengithuke. Ngive kukho ngothathinja la ngaphandle. How? You want to get Gigi?
Back.
Are you happy?
Back. Diddy back.
Gigi's back. Don't come inside, I'm live! What do you want?
When are we going to use those bad bombs? Look.
When I'm done with my lap, we're going to try it on. Beautiful, beautiful. Give me the gummies and then go to the bedroom, okay? Because I am live. How did Kiden know that she's supposed to go and get you?
Mommy.
Yes, Yoda. Guys, I can't find the case stud. I lost the case stud.
Mommy.
Yes, Yoda.
What is?
What's what? Oh! Chich. Sorry, guys. Okay, I found the case study now. Okay? It's in line with Chich's back. It's in line with the step-by-step as to how you can create. Say thank you, Mom. You're welcome. So it's in line with the step-by-step as to how you are going to create a village, okay? So, excuse me. Let's make this example, right? Here is a case study. Lindiwe is a new mom, feeling overwhelmed. She starts a weekly tea circle with 2 neighbors who are also mothers. They share stories, swap babysitting hours, and cook meals together. Over time, the circle grows into a supportive network where each mother feels less alone, okay? So this was Lindiwe's way of creating a community for herself, because remember, as I've said, that for some moms, in fact for more than 50% of moms, they then lose a community after motherhood because the community they had before motherhood doesn't maybe relate with the current journey she's on, okay? So now you have to start afresh to have a new community, right? So you have to start small, step by step. Lindy was extremely smart. She was like, you know what, let me just have a tea party, right? And invite just 2 neighbors, 2 trusted neighbors who are moms themselves, because they will then relate to the journey she's on, right? They relate more often than not, okay? So as it moved along, as they started having these sessions, these get-togethers, they were making meals together, having fun together, cooking together, and all of those things, maybe more moms then gravitated into the circle. Having the circle, it then got bigger, right? Over time, it grew into a supportive network where each mother felt less alone, right? So it just started off with just a tea party. 3 people, right? Just like with me, I'm hosting a weekly motherhood circle. We'll just have a WhatsApp video call pajamas on, no makeup, no expectations, no nothing. Babies climbing on your head, nobody cares. Nobody will be judging you that, hey, your baby is making noise in the background or whatnot, right? It's just a space for mothers to be as messy as you possibly can, relaxed as possibly can, bras off, pajamas on, tea in hand, babies all over the place, and we're just sharing stories, venting, talking about motherhood, sharing tips and tricks here and there, and just unpacking our weekly sessions and appreciating the fact that we've made it up to this far. So it's going to start on the 3rd of July because I'm still equipping myself with the skills of hosting such an event, right? I'm okay and I'm excellent, I'm good at teaching. However, these events will be more about having my community, a community of mothers, right? So I want to understand my space, right? Who am I and what space do I hold in this particular setting? Okay, so I don't become a teacher, because this is not it's not a course, it's not a workshop, it's a space, right? So for me to be a facilitator, also a participant, I need to understand the role and how to pull and push myself between these two roles. Okay, so I'm still trying to understand the role further before we can start. That's why I'm saying that let's start on the 3rd of July. Okay, so on the 3rd of July until the last Friday of July, it's going to be free, right? You just come by, we speak, we vent, we do everything free of charge. But from August upwards until the end of time, okay, it's going to be paid. So you pay whatever you can pay, right? It's a sliding scale. Whatever you feel like you can pay, that's the amount you're going to pay, and you're admitted. So it's just limited to only 30 people, okay? So that will be our new circle. So now, let's talk about these shy, extremely shy, crippling shyness, introverted moms, okay? So let's talk about those ones. How do we help them step by step understand how to build a village, because it's extremely crippling. I've been there, done that. I'm an extremely sociable individual. However, motherhood stole my spark. I'm not not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I love being a mom. It's the best thing that's ever happened for me in this world. It's everything I truly wanted ever since I was born. In fact, motherhood for me personally is a dream come true. It's an achievement at its highest degree, right? However, just like when you are a baker, you are passionate about baking and you love the packs that come in line with baking, right? You make money, you get to relax, right? It's therapeutic, it's beautiful, you're creating, right? It's perfect, right? However, you have challenges. You have to buy material, you have to have electricity or firewood or whatever. So there are things, there's an effort, right? There is a mountain you have to climb in order for you to get your therapy, for you to create, for you to have the money, right? So for me, motherhood, in as much as amazing it is, I love it, but it truly took my spark to an extent that my self-esteem was lost. Motherhood took away my self-esteem. I don't know, I felt less than, right, after I was a mom. Not because of my physical appearance. I don't mind the mommy belly and the mommy mind, the mommy brain and all that. However, it's beyond physicality what happened to me. I can never use the physical words to explain it, but somehow I felt like society viewed me differently after being a mom. I felt something was stripped off. So it stole my my self-esteem. So it crippled me. I couldn't make friends. I couldn't, yes, I'm socially awkward. I couldn't make friends even before, but I would slay my way through social groups or whatnot, right? So you'd find me having lots and lots of acquaintances, people I know because I did my way into them, right? But then after motherhood, I couldn't. I just felt like this person would feel like I am trying to be their friend because I need support. Yeah, I feel like that's it. I feel like that's why, because I needed so much. After motherhood, I needed so much support. I was extremely alone in my motherhood journey, especially with my second child. With my first child, I had all the support in the world: financial support, moral support, emotional support, and whatnot. However, I was postpartum, okay? I had postpartum depression with my first child. And then with my second child, I didn't have postpartum depression. I was perfect. However, there was no support at all: no physical support, no financial support, no I was extremely on my own, right? No friends, no anyone, just me and this child, right? So what I'm trying to say is, I felt like whenever I tried to make friends, these people would not accept my friendship as genuinely as it is. They would interpret it as, oh, now you want to be my friend because you want help, right? Because truth be told, I needed the help, but the aim wasn't necessarily to suck you off. I truly wanted to be your friend. However, you are finding me at my time of need. If only I didn't have so much need, you would understand that I am loving you for you. I am not loving you for your services. Right? So that's what I felt. And with motherhood, after I became a mom, I felt like everybody would just perceive this as me using them, right? And wouldn't take it as a genuine friendship, because yes, really, I was going to ask for a favor, right? So yeah, so it crippled me, and I became more introverted than I even was before. So I had no circle. I couldn't even say hi to a neighbor, let alone even text somebody to ask for help. So I pursued it on my own, right? It does happen, but for some people who may not have so much, let me call it guidance, guide angel, or whatever thing held me, because I couldn't have done this alone. I couldn't have done this alone. It was impossible. When I look back, I'm like, what was carrying me? What was carrying me? Right? So you may not be as lucky as I was to survive it. So don't try to do it alone. If you feel crippled, let's tackle it. Let's tackle it together. Then what are you supposed to do when you feel crippled? Okay? So number one, start with one person. A friend, a neighbor, anyone. Just one person is enough. I know when you're being crippled, as I've said, you would feel like nobody wants you. Or maybe whoever wants you will then realize that you are useless and you just want to drain them. Okay? So you then just feel afraid to even approach that one person, because wow, they will conclude. Okay? So what you do is fight. What you do is fight. Fight it. If they will label you as a parasite, then so be it. I'm a parasite, accept me as I am. If you can't accept the fact that I'm a parasite, then next, anybody truly who is strong enough to handle my blood sucking technique, please help me, right? So yes, accept the labels, as negative as they are. As I've said, protect your life and sanity more than your dignity and whatever it is that you want to protect. Protect your life first, okay? So yes, start with that one person. If you feel like you have sucked that person dry, move on to the next, right? I know I am promoting something that may be interpreted as parasitism in today's day and age, but it's truly not. It's truly not. It's survival. It's survival. Back in the day, motherhood was shared. You were held as a mom. You never did it alone. People would come far and wide to assist you without even asking, right? Motherhood was understood. If you were a new mom, everybody would put a stop to whatever they were doing and come to you. However, we live in a world whereby everybody is busy. Motherhood is is interpreted or understood as a waste of time, as useless, as what you call, yeah, but it's just something that when you do it, you're like, where was it? Watenyanya, right? It's not something to be glorified anymore. To be like, wow, an additional soul into the world. Wow, you did well, mom. Wow, you've traveled billions and billions of light years into the universe, into the multiverse, to retrieve this soul so that it can be nurtured into our universe. Such a privilege and an honor. It's not that anymore. It's not like that anymore. Now, motherhood is, waze wasilethela inyaka nyaka. Oh, what have you done? Right? So, yes, you have to be on your own. Udinwai, udenege. Right? That's how motherhood is nowadays. So you have to fight now. Now you have to be a parasite. The world is parasitic to you, then be parasitic back. It's a give and take. Tit for tat, right? The world has turned its back on motherhood. So motherhood should do something to survive. So I'm not preaching. Am I having lipstick on my teeth? Oh, yes, I am. That's so disgusting. Give me 2 minutes. I'm having lipstick on my teeth. Give me 2 minutes. Let me tackle this issue. Right. Yes, I'm good. Right. So, yes, the world has become so parasitic. People now, they don't help you because they genuinely want to help you. They help because they want to gain something from you. So, yes, if you are going to gain something from me for helping me, then let me suck you in return, right? Just like the system, the capitalistic system. It pretends as if it's paying you money to work, right? However, it knows for sure, it knows with 100% clarity that you are going to give back the money to the system. So life has become very toxic. So if you are going to be extremely perfect in this lifetime, then you are going to suffer, my child. So I'm not preaching toxicity. I'm just saying that fight for your survival by all means possible, okay? So yeah, have that one person who you're going to lean on, right? Lean on that person, and whenever you feel like, now this person now this person feels tired, move on to the next, okay? So yeah, tit for tat. The system isn't for you, make it for you by hook or crook, okay? So yes. I think I'm good now. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry guys, that was extremely disgusting and barbaric. Excuse my barbarism, okay? Let's move on. Yes, I said start with one person, and we have tackled that. And then number 2, choose low pressure settings, okay? So just, attend online motherhood groups, small tea circles, right? Those tiny events where you can be even easily hidden, right? Those whereby you can just stand in the corner but gain the knowledge and the wisdom that is being shared in that circle, right? Without being visible, right? So start small. Maybe as you move along, you'll gain your confidence into like maybe mingling with one or two of those people, maybe end up mingling with everybody, maybe end up coming out and participating in the event, okay? So just start small, right? As I've said, also I'm having these online motherhood session. Maybe you just don't need to say anything. You can just log in. Don't even open your video, just be there and listen to us like, these people are crazy. Insanity. Right in the background with your video off, just there as a ghost. It's fine and well, okay? So that circle is for just mothers to just be there, be a monitoring spirit for a change, okay? For a lack of a better word, just be there and just be held. Don't contribute anything, don't participate, just be held by a group of mothers, right? So that's what these Friday pajama sessions will be about, okay? And if you want to open your video and just engage, fine and well, open your video, show us your mess, right? Show us your pajamas, show us your stains, okay? So yes, that's what my group is for, this small online motherhood group. So another way, set boundaries around energy. Where this part, yeah, I can relate. Listen, motherhood has been something for me. Yay, huh? Anyways, set boundaries around energy. So let people know that you prefer short visits. If you're okay with people coming into your home, let them know that, okay, let's make it short. I can only take 10 minutes per day, right? So let's do it like that. Okay, so set those boundaries, right? Or maybe if you don't like it when somebody just shows up without announcement, tell them that, okay, please communicate prior that you will come forth on this day and or at this time, so that I can be able to shift myself and get myself ready for whatever the case may be, right? Sometimes you don't like it when people come into your space, come into your home and all that, right? So also you can set that boundary by saying that, okay, no physical visits, right? What we can do is we can always meet at a neutral space, maybe at a restaurant, a coffee shop and whatnot. Okay, so I'm being given a puzzle. Okay, let me do the puzzle. Okay, there we go. Please tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen so that they don't give me these puzzles. It's because there hasn't been enough activity. Right, so yes, you can say that, okay, please, I don't like it when people come into my home, but I do love you, so let's meet at a certain place, right? So that's another boundary you can set in line with visitations. Okay, so first thing you can say that, okay, you can come into my home but for a limited time. Second thing you can say, okay, come into my home but report prior. Third thing you can say, okay, don't come into my home because I don't believe in accommodating people or hosting people in my home. Let's meet at a neutral space, a restaurant or a tea place. Okay, so yes, set boundaries and then lean on professional support. Lean on professional support. Some of this, hey, not even sometimes, more than 90% of the time, you just don't want anybody, but you want support. I don't have enough social battery, but I want support, right? So lean on professional support. A therapist doesn't need you to perform socialness. They are not your friend. They are there to hold you up, and that's all. You leave that office, you are done with them. So sometimes you don't have the capacity to perform friendship, right? That sometimes happens. Your social battery is extremely at zero. So when your battery is extremely at zero, lean on professional support, right? Have therapists, mentors, healthcare providers, right? Just these people will hold you without requiring your social energy. You don't have to perform friendship. You don't have to exchange conversation or reciprocate. You are there to be held. You are there to be selfish. So it helps when truly you are crippled and your social battery is at zero. So lean on professional support. I cannot emphasize this enough. Never be a strong border woman. I can do it on my own. I don't need anybody. I don't want. Yes, the feeling is extremely strong. You really don't want anybody. Like you feel like people are just going to even drain you even more. That's what you feel. Even saying hi to that lovely friend you had feels like a mountain, right? So don't be afraid to go to these therapists. They won't need anything from you. Instead, they will hold you up and hold you tight, right? The aim here is to save your life and save your sanity. Okay. So lean on professional support. And then the last one is in line with these people who are crippled or extremely introverted. Remember that reciprocity can be small, like sharing a meal, swapping one babysitting hour, or just listening, right? In as much as it sounds small, to somebody who's extremely crippled, they can't do any of this. I'm speaking from experience. I couldn't cook a meal. I couldn't even say hi to a neighbor. I didn't even have time or the capacity to look after my own kids. How much more taking on another child? I couldn't listen to anyone because my own thoughts were too loud. Okay, so sometimes something may look so small to somebody else who is just not crippled, but to somebody they may be crippled. So what I can say personally, I can say that the world is toxic. I'm going back to that. Listen to me real good. I'm not promoting toxicity. Toxicity is extremely wrong, and you cannot right a wrong by doing another wrong. Two wrongs never make a right? However, we live in a world whereby motherhood is already shunned upon, yet people still want babies. So how are the babies, how and where are these babies gonna come from if motherhood is not supported? Life has become so toxic to an extent that being unproductive isn't supported. If you're not bringing money or any materialistic value to the table, you are put in a box and stored away over there. Nobody is willing to waste their time on you. So the best thing to do is to get that one person who is willing to waste your time on you and use them dry. No. I'm not promoting toxic. Don't get me wrong. It's because where and how are you going to go? How are you going to get help in this day and age if you're going to say, shame, this person, I'm just going to ask for them to just be there to give me a listening ear, when you know that number one, you need money for diapers. Number two, you need somebody who's going to help you clean the house. Number three, you need somebody to hold the baby once in a while. And number four, you just want a massage. Or you're in the toilet. Okay, baby. Number four, you know that you need a massage. Somebody to just touch you. You are lacking touch. And then this person comes along and says, I'm here for you. And you're just going to say, no, I just want you to observe me. Girl, please tell them everything and let them say, no, I can't. Or, okay, I will see what I can do. Guys, I personally would advise people to lean on people. Okay, then maybe when you're out of the storm, you're out of the tunnel, you can then reciprocate and be like, yo, you was there for me during my hardest hour. Therefore, this is a token of appreciation. But when you're in the storm, when you're in it, lean on whoever it is. Lean on whoever it is. But then let them know in the process that I see you. I appreciate you as such a good crutch to lean on. When I'm out of this thing, I surely will reciprocate. However, right now, I don't have anything to reciprocate. Okay? So communicate. As much as you're leaning on this person, let them know that you are seeing them. You acknowledge them. Okay? But we live in a world whereby leaning on somebody is shunned upon. A dependent, parasite. So I feel like just take the labels as they come. What is happening, Kosiam? What is happening? Right. Take the labels, right? Because they will not be then branded on your forehead for eternity, right? Just take the labels, and once you're out, redeem yourself. Full stop. There is no any other way to deal with it better. To deal with this better. Motherhood is extremely brutal. It's a toxic world when you're a mom. So please, don't be an empath. Try to take from the world if a chance is given to you, okay? Not in a toxic manner, but in a diplomatic manner, cause wow, okay? So yes. Let's bust some myths, shall we? Yes. Before we bust some myths, I saw a quote on one of my friend's WhatsApp status. She's such a strong mom. I truly commend her. It's her daughter's birthday today, and happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, our baby. Okay, so as she was celebrating her baby's birthday, she wrote this quote: "It takes a village to raise a child and a community to raise a mother." Oh, I felt that. Oh, I felt that. So true. 8 left no crumbs. Wow. Okay, so let's bust some myths, shall we? So the first myth is strong mothers don't need help. False. Far from the truth, right? Strong mothers know when and how to ask for help. Strength isn't physical strength that I can do it all. No, that's just an aspect of strength. However, there is a whole iceberg underneath the tip of the iceberg, right? This iceberg is knowing thyself. It takes so much wisdom, so much divine strength to know thyself, because you have to sit in that corner, sit with yourself, as uncomfortable as it is, but sit with yourself and know who you are outside of societal standards, societal indoctrinations, and Hollywood lies. Right? You're fed by Hollywood that, oh, this is what you should want in life. This is what is right according to life. This is what romance is. This is what strength is, right? Hollywood preaches endurance, even if somebody is betraying you or not treating you right, but stay, because at the end of the movie they are going to choose you, right? So there are a lot of preachings in line with Hollywood, in line with societal standards, right? For peace sake, do this, right? So yes, it takes so much strength to rewrite the indoctrination and all of these subtle inspirations in line with society. It takes a lot. So that is strength. Knowing truly who you are and what you need and how you're going to chase that need is the strength, is the true strength. This Motherhood kind of strength is just the tip of the iceberg. This knowing thyself, how to attain the help and all that, because you know who you are, is the whole iceberg, the true iceberg, the real iceberg. This is just a mere manifestation. This is the whole truth. Knowing thyself, knowing how to ask for help and when to ask for help, and right. So no, being strong isn't about not needing help. It's about knowing when and how to ask for help, because you know who you are and you know what you want, right? And you know how to communicate. It takes a lot, okay? So yes, the second one is community must be family. No. Yes, it can be chosen family, but community is not solely blood or lineage family, right? So it can be friends, it can be neighbors, it can be professionals, it can be circles, right? Not necessarily blood, right? So yes, a community can be anybody who was willing to step in and be sucked by the vampire that you currently are. Right? So another one is asking for help is weakness. No, it's far from the truth. Asking for help is wisdom. As I've said, it's not, asking for help is not weakness, it's strength, because now you have got into yourself, you have tapped into vulnerability, you know who you are and what you want, and you know how to go and get that. So no, it's not weakness. Weakness is something totally different. This takes extreme divine strength to tap into, right? So no, asking for help is not weakness. And the last one, the last myth says villages form naturally. False. Villages are built intentionally, step by step. As I've said, you fight for a village, you take it slowly, you eat this elephant slowly but surely until you finish it. The example I made with the ones whereby you're just attending circles for sanity and you just stay in that corner, be invisible. That's the first step, because the more you're invisible, it's the more maybe you will thaw right? You're still frozen, and then you thaw, and then you melt. The more you melt is the more you feel free to engage with other people. And as you're engaging now, see, you're participating in a community. Now you're part of a community. Now you're right. So yes, villages don't form naturally. They used to back in the day, when life was not built on patriarchy and capitalism, when motherhood was the capitalism itself. When you were a mother, we were like, wow, kudos to you. Wow, Mbogodo, goddess indeed, right? When motherhood was like that, oh, villages formed naturally because everybody came forth to support the glorious goddess you have become. However, now, motherhood is not supported. Capitalism and patriarchy have ran rampant. They're now toxic. So motherhood is just one of those things you have done to where you have pooped on yourself, right? Where you have wasted your time, you've thrown your life away. That's what motherhood has turned into right now, right? So now you have to fight for a village. If you want to be sane and you want to be a mother, you have to fight for sanity. And fighting doesn't necessarily mean going boom, full force, and then miraculously having a village. It may mean by starting small. That kind of event, go for it and sit in that corner, be as invisible as possibly can. And as you engage, maybe it can even take months, right? And if you're lucky, it may take weeks, okay? But then the main aim is to start. Intentionally create a village. It will never come to you, okay? So let us summarize the hell out of this session, shall we? Yeah, guys, I don't know. I think I'm dehydrated. Today I didn't take any water yet. I don't even know where my bottle is. I'll find it. But I think the reason why my lips are chapped like this and my lipstick is going into my teeth is because of dehydration. Hi, Ramatla. Hi, Your Majesty. I'm summarizing. Now imagine how late you are. But then, you can never be late. It's better to be late than never. Thank you, Your Majesty. Okay, now let's summarize the hell out of this thing. I hope my lips and the sound is still in sync, okay? Let's do this. So today we were on week 24 and talking building a village, community and connection. And our session theme summary reads, this week is about cultivating support beyond the nuclear family. A mother's strength multiplies when she's surrounded by care, wisdom, and shared experience. Building your village means choosing connection over isolation and allowing others to witness your journey. And the chapter we're going to take this from is Relationship and Connection 1.2 from our book Born into Change. Born into Change. It reads, resonance is emotional alignment. It's the sense that a relationship reflects your values, supports your growth, and honors your truth. Resonant relationships don't require performance. They allow fluidity, change, and mutual nourishment. You don't have to earn your place. You simply belong. So the gist of this whole thing is belonging is not about fitting in. It's about being felt and held. Ooh! And what is our quote for today? Our quote reads, you weren't meant to mother alone. You were meant to be mirrored in love. Ooh! Baby. Oh, that was so powerful. Anyways, that's it for today. If you're interested in buying yourself a pair or two, or you want to learn how to make these, or you want to buy them in bulk so that you can resell them for profit, just WhatsApp the number on your screen. I carry out virtual sessions whereby I teach how to make these earrings, and also I deliver worldwide, all over the world. So wherever you are, you can receive your pair or two or more, or you can receive your package, so a wholesale package, so that you can resell them. Okay. And also, if you're interested in buying the book I just read from, and the diary that it goes hand in hand with, or buy the diary on its own, or the book on its own, WhatsApp the number on your screen and get it. This book is extremely powerful. It changed my life. It healed me, and I'm the author. Imagine. So yes, get it for yourself, and then just give me a review. Okay. So if you're interested, WhatsApp the number on your screen, and we will take it from there. Also, if you want cleansers and anything, WhatsApp the number on your screen. There is somebody I know. I have a plug for you. They will take over. What am I leaving behind? Oh, yes, the Motherhood Circle. Yes. Starting from 3 July to the 30th of July, every Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., we are going to have a Motherhood Circle whereby mothers just come forth to just be, right? No expectations, no nothing, just you experiencing motherhood, right? So from 3 to 30 July, it's going to be free of charge, and from August upwards, you're going to pay whatever you can. Okay. And also, we are live every Friday 1 p.m. South African Standard Time, talking about motherhood, and next week we are on week 25. On my story, I'm going to post the lineup on what we are going to talk about on every week, or in every week, whatever the case may be. Right. So stay tuned on my story. I'm going to talk about that. What am I leaving behind? Oh yes, on Mondays I'm going to be live, just making my orders. You will be watching me making my orders. The environment is so rejuvenating. It's meditative. It's peaceful. It's nice. So you just watch me craft while you listen to soothing music. So every Monday we are live crafting, and then every Friday we are live mentoring the feminine vessel, these sessions. And next week we are on week 25, 1 p.m. South African Standard Time. Every Friday we are here. Why do I feel like I'm leaving something behind? Why do I feel like I'm leaving something behind? But it's fine. If you want to, if you have any information or whatnot, just WhatsApp the number. Oh, I also have one-on-one sessions. If you have any questions about anything, whether you want spiritual mentorship, motherhood mentorship, or you just want a one-on-one session without the outside noise, WhatsApp the number on your screen, and we'll take it from there. Otherwise, from me, guys, mwah, see you guys next week. Oh no, Facebook is gone. Oh, sorry, Facebook. I didn't realize that. Anyways, bye, TikTok. Thanks for being there. Mwah, motherhood. Yes, Ramatla. Yes, Your Majesty. Bye, TikTok. Thank you for being there. Mwah.